to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on last year's national champions, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rebels will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will have first crack at this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. So Ole Miss offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole and just
breaks into the open. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give. Makes a man miss. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way to that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Keeps it on the bootleg. There's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready.
Makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gunderson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Rebels are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. Help, just shedding tackles. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Split backs here. The run to the right. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Deals to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Give to the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The inside handoff. Jukes his way for more. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Dropping back, it's Hester. They're working that left side. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on second and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Fitted in the window for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped it. Team. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running.
On the option. Power football with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Hester. Fires to the tight end. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And the Rebels will try to convert on fourth down. On the move. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the move. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wilcox. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Razorbacks look to do some damage in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man on the outside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal touchdown.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense. To throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He found some really good running room on. When it just about. Loose as it is. Good return to set up the drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He stops him at the 31, but not before he picks up 10 yards on the play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground. Drives
ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking downfield, it's Hester. Big fella moving. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And here's the return. And the returner will be knocked down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Got his man downfield, and he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilcox. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times, and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Ole Miss! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
And I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a...
Turning it on! Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Using the quick game. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Arkansas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Looking to kick defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This one's complete. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to the Grove and our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Hester. Finds his tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The gift to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the 1. Let's see what they do with this one. The gift to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here comes the Heat. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Got his man on the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw a tester. Now he's going to break the pocket. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Leaves it with the running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to go up top on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick catch on 3rd down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Quarterback empties his backfield. To the air, it's Hester. Out of the backfield, he's open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half.
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Polino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to New Mexico State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking to throw for it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Yates. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the 30-yard line on first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Grab near the marker, it's Yates. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
He's got 2. Trick 9 feet.
Back to throw, it's Hester. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. The screen, he can go. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He'll go to the sneak. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big...
He's got it at the 30. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And here's if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing.
There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they tacked on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Works the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. North Texas has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. And his throw is incomplete.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. All wideouts, no backs.
Here we go, set.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I'll say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
The Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Rebels are in the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays.
Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the Razorbacks buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The defense takes matters into its own hands. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.